Okay. All right. Let's go to the Sifra Tzniuta today, and we'll get back to where we were ending up yesterday. Let's see, trying to get my glasses adjusted. I think I need any more adjustment here. Oh boy. All right. Let's see. We're going to look at number Yud Zion today. And there we go. And let's see where Yud Zion picks up. To get to Yud Zion, we have to start with number Gimel. Okay, so he's going to bring us to the Afashah. One more second. So he says like this. Try to get these glasses right. B'Afashah B'Beir Khan's over there explains like this. B'Yakira de B'Yakirusa. We talked about the beard before, different kinds of area. Haki sil v'lo aver ish v'lo yashev b'adam sham. So that place, the ultimate glory there, nobody gets there. Pirush kibedikta kadisha de erikanpin. Arba tikunim iloyim hein besod mochin. So the first four tikunim are in the secret of mochin. Kamosha Kaza, which would be your okay, so let's say the first rishon of the mochin. Kamosha Kaza Rabbeinu Zalchi writes this of Bishar Kavanos Bedrashi V'Yavor over there Be'etz Chaim. That's in the Eitz Chaim. So where is that? That's Reish Rosh Zion. He's Bishar Arich. He says they also Shark Yud Gimel. Reish Perik Yud Aleph. I'm just noting that in case I want to go over there sometime. V'ratam ki hadal rishon de tikun yedichel nechlala bekeser v'chachma. Ki elu yesh lechem mal yisera, because these, of course, are the highest level, or the most panimi level. Yun sham, because of ki dalad tikunim eloyim hein sod mochin. So the first four, the concept mochin, that's the phrase we had before. V'zechu sod mem the Matz, the name Matz, Yu'un Sham, and we're going to have a little arichus on this. So again, he says, contained in the name Matz, ki dalid tikunim eloyim heim sod mochin, and they're the secret of this name Matz. The nimsa kol chadigda kadisha nikra rak yakirusa. So the whole thing is called simply by this name Yakirusa, of a yakira de vikirusa. Heim Kadalat Tikunim Eloyim, that's something beyond the beard. Shehem Besod Mochin the Dikna. They're the Mochin of the Dikna. Bechem Ba'elucha Badalat Mochin the Dikna. So I guess he's talking about Kachbad. That's what he would say, right? He said that all of it is really contained in two, which is Keser Chachma, and then the rest, I guess, goes along with him. I'm not sure how he does this. Bechem Ba'elu Dalat Mochin the Dikna Kasiv Lo Aver Ba'ish. So the Yakir de Girusa, that you can't get to, V'ha'inin, ki noch the V'drasha Tfilis Mincha. So we know from the Drashim over there on Mincha the Shabbos, and Shar Kavana says, Shami says, Avadisha Kasset Rabbeinu Zal, ki be'ez ha'mincha oiler b'zer anpin ad diknin de erik anpin. So we know that he comes to that level. And this is the highest level you could really reach. And that particular time is called by that name. And then the Ola Bezer Anpin Rak Benai V'Chagat the Dikna. Kamosha Kasser Rebbeinu Zara B'Drasha Mehem. Them should be Akira the Bikirusa, which is really the origin of the Moech. Shehem B'Dalit Tikunim Eloyim. Shehem Sod Mochin the Dikna Gadisha. Afilu zer anpin enu yochel lahasig alehem. He can't, even zer anpin can't reach to that place, to the first four tikunim. So he says the dalat tikunim. I'm not sure whether he needs the first four, starting with kale, or if he means that before you get to that level, you have four up above that, which are contained somehow in the yakirusa, something higher than that. So therefore, in regard to them, in regard to them, lo aver ba'ish below yashiv adam sham. So no, that nobody could pass into that area at all. That is, Adam levar. So he says. Then he says Adam levarchu. So this man that we're talking about, Adam, which is now another place we want to say that it's a yichud of zachar benot. Adam levarchu remains on the outside. Adam lochel kol ilchocha is never that lower part is never incorporated in this. Because shechem ish and certainly ish, we had some discussion on that. So he says, Ayin Masha Kasa Rabbeinu Zal, look over there and you'll see what Rabbeinu Zal taught in regards to this in the Eitz Chaim of Ezel Lashono. B'chiyozer Anpin ben Vav Kitzvos Nikra Ish V'acha Shebocho Locha B'mocha Negadus Nikra B'zer Anpin Adam Shalem with Bid Yud Sfiros, Yud and Sham. So it's a simple idea. Nimsa Nikra B'kadnusa Ish V'gadlusa Adam. So this is how you really have to explain this. Zer Anpin B'kadnusa Hanikra Ish Lo Avar. So in his continence, certainly it's not that. Even if you, I'm not sure what he means by that, the passing through to it from a distance. Because she came yeshiva, so that means, in other words, he's still distance from it, but even if he gets closer, once I say still, not able to reach that. So we're getting a view from our planet Earth down here in our minds, and looking up and realizing that there's a level at which, I guess, our neshamos can't reach. Now, why he's saying this, or what the implication of this, I'm not sure. He's below Yashiv Adam Sham, Yeshiva Hudalo Yashiv, Havara Ika. But on the other hand, Zachar V'no can actually pass into that area, Haika Shahu, also Ola B'mitcha Shabbos, because there you see that it's actually what he calls Havara, is it's able to pass into the area of the Hagadnai of the Dikna. And it has to be, as a result of reaching that level, there's actually a ha'ara coming down from beyond that. So he said, so just let's look over then over here on number Yud Zayin and see if we can pick up, and then we'll drop down onto the beer down below, and let's see if we get the ha'aros, I guess he calls them. He says, let's look over here. Just look at the first word in the line would be ki hadalad rishonas de kutuhuni dikna. So the first four, the kutuhuni dikna b'keser v'chachma, said nichlalim b'keser and chachma. I'd like to know more about that phrase, because like I said before, I'm a little confused as whether these four are above keser chachma, and then they get incorporated with Keser Chachma. That's what it sounds like. But let me go on. Because there's something special about these. Which is the secret of the Mochin. It's the mem that comes the first letter of the word Matz. Now, he's going to go through this a little bit more detail. Let's see if we can take a good look at it. It says, Ray, Rabbi Sharok Avonasham, V'zechel Lashon Kuvar Udaticho Sheyesh Beresha De Eric Anpen Yud Gimel Shivarti. So this is a little something we know about. V'hem Gimel Shem Zavaya Sheyesh Bechem Yud Beis Osios. So it's actually 4, which multiplies it, 3 which multiplies into 12. So he says, Yud Beis Osios, Ubeis Havayos Mehem, Shehem Timan Yechivarte Nimshachos, Derek upon him, they flow down the face. V'ravavai HaGimel Shehem Daladivarti, Acheros, Nimshachos, Derek Achre Resha, they go down the back of the head. Ugeneged Elach Bebeis Havayos and Nimshacha Beneged upon him, who sowed Shnei Havayos, those are the 2 Havayas. So he said, once again, let me read the words again. He says, Geneged Elu Beis Havayas Hanimshachas on the face, we have over there Shahus Kuruchu B'Techilas Yud Gimel Midas Shal Rachamim, Kamosha Amach Akosa the Pasuk Cliff Havaya Kale Racham, etc. The Ein Shnei Havayos Eilid B'Klal Yud Gimel Mud Midas, but they're not part of the 13 Midas. So in these two Havayos that we're talking about, to run it through an atbash. He's a bechiluf alpha beta the atbash, and so he says that the words are again these two Havayos that we're talking about, that are the Hashem, actually they're transported, or they're, what's his words of Yotzim Mishnei Shemos Matz. Actually, they come out of that. But Chilaf Alpha Beta the Atbash. V'hu Shem Echad Mitzad Yamin Keneged Erik Anpin, V'Shem Echad Mitzad Small Keneged Zer Anpin. Now, that's a little bit hard to say. He says that V'hu Shem Echad, there's one of these is corresponds to a Zer Anpin, and one refers to Erik Anpin. Erik Anpin v'Zer Anpin. So he wants to say this is talking about, I guess, the top of Erik Anpin and the bottom of Erik Anpin, which would be Kibechinas Erik Anpin v'Zah. So that's the Zah of Erik Anpin, his vok. V'hine kol echad mishnei shemus Matz elu. Let me see. Kol chayud gimel tikkunim dikna. So each one of them has within it all the 13 tikkunim of the dikna. Now this is a little bit hard to hear. So he's talking about the Zer Anpin of Erik Anpin. So he's talking about the vok of Zer Anpin of Erik Anpin. So again, so he said v'hine kol echa b'shnei shemus Matz elu. Kol yud gimel tikkunim dikna. So each one of the Matz, you say Matz, or you say Hashem, each one of them has all of the tikkunim inside of it. Both and zeh. He says gedalet tikkunim Elohim heim besod mochin. They're like the mochin farb. V'heim nirmazim ba'os mem shel shem Matz. I guess he's using it in misparkatin, so he's making it down to a 4. So that would make it as a 4, making it up into a 40. So he said, so then that's the, again, one more time. He says, each one of them has all of the 13. But often zek, he daled tikkunim eloim, the first 4 tikkunim, heim besod mochin, they're going to consider to be mochin. Near Mazin Ba'os Mem Shel Shem Matz, and they represent that. Then he says Vatesha Tikunim Tatoim, so this is 4 and 9 is 13. Heim Nid Mamim Ba'os Tzadik. So again, Tzadik is developed out of a misparkatan, I guess. Somehow it's multiplied by 10. Each one of them has 10 within it. So it becomes a 90 Shel Shem Matz. V'chafatam so the reason for this is Ki Hadalad Rishonim Heba B'chinas Ha'arba Nichlalim Let's read again. The reason for this, Atamhu ki the Daled Rishon, the four original, I guess it would be Shem Hashem Kel Rachel B'Chanan Ve'Erik Apayim. I guess that's the 4. V'Atamhu ki Daled Rishonim Heba B'Chinas Arba Nichlala B'Keser the Chochma. So they're actually the concept of the 4 that are contained in the first 2. So it's a concept that's contained in those 2 places, which is the Keser of Erik Anpin and the Chochmah of Erik Anpin and Muchas Dimor. So these have a special quality. The Erik Anpin, in the fact that they have within them the head of Erik Anpin. So that's the first 4. The other 9. That's how you start counting them from Bina going downwards. Now, I'm not quite sure that I got that. How to count from Bina? Is Bina B'chlal? Sounds like it. Let's see how it goes. Yosha Sha'al Panim Vaday Shagam Yesh El Habina Yisron al hey asher tachtechem of the ches, it's a ches, asher tachtecho, which is below it. So therefore you count them together. Let me just read this again so I can understand it. He said, there's 9 other nimnam achakach min bina v'lamata. Now the reason why I'm having problem is they see it's like you have keser, chochma, bina, and das would be the first. That would be the Mochin. So he says, but now he counts from bina again. V'achakach min bina v'lamata. Yesh al kol pana v'vada shegam yesh al bina yisron al ches asher tachtechon. It has something special that the other 9 do not have that are below it. So therefore you start counting the 8th one by itself. Now, I'm not sure exactly what he means by that. I know that the 8th tikkun is part of the Maslus, but I'm not sure exactly what he meant. He says Shagam yesh al habina yisron al ches asher tachtechon. So therefore the ches are going to be counted by themselves. So those ches, the ones that are down below bina, the bina is special, these are going to be counted as the pei of matzapach, with 10 spheros within inside of it. So he said, "V'hine achrona shechel b'matz." What is that? Hematesha tikunim shel zer anpin. They refer to the tikunim of zer anpin. Hanimsa. So v'nimsa ki b'kol shem me'elu chabebeis nechlalim shnechem. That is the dikna de erik anpin, the dikna de zer anpin. That are all incorporated in that. Again, he says v'heim pei. So it goes here. V'chatzadik achrona shel matz. Hu hatesha tikunim shel za are the 9 tikunim of zer anpin. Dimsa keep call shem me'elu. So these are there's 9 tikunim in zer anpin, and now I guess he's concluding bina, counting downwards would give you the 9, and those 9 are going to be the basis of the beard of zer anpin. He calls shem me'elu rabebeis nechlalim shnechem dikna de erik anpin v'dikna zer anpin. You see, because each one of these are all in there together, ad kan. So he says like this, he says, Kain, who be'etz chaim, the same thing as an eitz chaim, v'shecha v'rucha b'kodesh, v'chosev sham od v'zel l'shana v'papam b'cheres, shamata v'marizal, he said, ki arba'at tikunim v'rishonim, hanechlalim b'mem the matzapach, that are all in the concept of the mem, of the matzapach, that's the beginning of it, heim gimel, Haim Gimel Bekeser. Now I'm not sure what that meant. He says, what does that mean? Haim. Let me read again. Ki arba tikunim rishonim v'nichlalim b'mem de matz. Haim Gimel Bekeser. There's 3 of them in Keser. So what does that mean? That there's one of them in the one of them in Chochma, 3 in Keser, 1 in Chochma, and here they are. Here's the 3. Or tzach, pure, so real clear light, or mitzuktzach, mutzukteches, so I guess it's even more so, or kadman, those 3 lights. I never heard these ideas before. The 4th one, so it does. The 4th one will be in Hochma ad kan. V'shorsh devorim elu. He says, we find it in the Pardes Rimonim. This is from Ramak, Moshe Kosev, and Nar Shalom. It's like it's written over there. So that gives you some idea what's going on in Matz. Not really 100% clear. Let's move over to the Tiva Kavanos and see what we could do.